Hi there, do you want to buy a house? Because here's some answers to some frequently asked questions. I'm Danielle and this is Laura. First frequently asked question, Laura, how much deposit does an investor need?
As an investor buying a brand new build, you need 20% deposit. This can come from savings, cash, or equity in your existing property.
Is there a difference in the deposit that you need for a new home versus an existing home?
Yes, there is. For an investor, you can borrow up to 80% of the purchase price for a new build versus only 65% for an existing property. So really, you can borrow more if you buy a new build.
How much deposit does a first-time buyer need?
As a first-time buyer, you can borrow up to 95% of the purchase price for a brand new build.
Laura, what are the key things that banks look for when someone's applying for a mortgage?
They want to know that you can afford the mortgage you're applying for. They want to know you have enough deposit. So that can come from savings, cash, a gift, or equity in your existing property. They also want to know that you're conducting your bank accounts in a satisfactory way, so no missed payments, no unarranged overdrafts, and that you're spending within your means. They also want to know that the property you're buying is satisfactory to them also, which is great when buying a new property.
Is there a difference when buying a new property as far as what the bank will consider around affordability or terms and conditions? Like, do they prefer people buying a new home?
Yes, they're really encouraging people to buy new builds because there is a housing crisis here in New Zealand. So their affordability criteria is slightly easier when buying a new build.
What does LVR mean?
LVR means loan to value ratio, so how much you can borrow against the value of the house.
And what does that mean for an investor?
For an investor, it means you can borrow up to 65% for an existing property and up to 80% for a new build.
And what does that mean for a first-time buyer?
For a first-time buyer, if you're buying a turnkey property like this one, you can borrow up to 95% of the purchase price.
Wow, that's quite a big difference.
It is, yes.
Next question I need to read. Laura, what's a turnkey purchase?
A turnkey purchase is where you buy a new build, but you pay a small deposit up front and the rest on completion.
And what's a drawdown?
A drawdown is when you start your mortgage. So, in the case of a turnkey, your mortgage is drawn down or started at the end of the project. With a progressive drawdown build, it means the builder is invoicing you as the build progresses, and therefore your mortgage grows as the build progresses as well. This could mean you are paying rent or your existing mortgage while also paying a mortgage on your new property, which can stretch things a little bit.
What's a first-time grant?
First-time grant is a grant given by the government. It can be up to $10,000 for a new build.
And how do people withdraw their KiwiSaver to use for a first-time purchase?
First, you need to get approval that you can withdraw it. Contact a KiwiSaver provider to get this.
Laura, what is the Kāinga Ora partnership? What does that mean?
If you're buying your first home, it must be a turnkey, but you're a joint owner with Kāinga Ora, and you set a plan to pay them out or buy them out within 15 years.
Interesting. And one last question, why use a mortgage broker?
We can access all of the banks. We talk to you, get to know you, learn what your goals are, and then match you to your perfect bank, making the journey really easy for you. And we actually pick up our phone, so you can call us or anyone of the team anytime and we will answer.
Thanks for joining us today, and please get in touch if you'd like some more information.